Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you how to build a Zend Framework project entirely in the cloud using a GitHub, Cloud IDE and Zend Developer Cloud. In other words, PHP Cloud. I have created also a blog post. You can find it in this address. Hopefully it's well seen here. Here it is. PHP Zend Framework 2 Cloud Development. Okay, so we are starting by creating a account on GitHub if we don't have, or if you already have registered, just sign in. So I'm gonna sign in. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Okay. So we are gonna use our GitHub account to log in using the OpenID technology later on the Cloud IDE. So first we start by creating a new repo. I'm gonna call it Cloud9 Zend Framework 2. I will put the same as description, and I will initialize the repository with a README file because I'm gonna get the information in my IDE after. Create repository. Okay, the repository has been created. Let me look at, make sure. Is there repositories? Cloud9 Zend Framework 2. Okay, here we go. Now we move to Cloud IDE. I don't wanna be signed in. I will choose GitHub to log in. Okay. Okay, creates my workspace. If you log in this way, you will see now I want to use it free. You can see that your GitHub is active. You don't have to deactivate. So all your GitHub projects are here. On the left hand side you can see all your GitHub projects. That's very easy to communicate with GitHub. You don't have to copy and paste private keys or public keys and add these public keys to the GitHub. It's done automatically by Cloud9. What I like about Cloud9 is that it makes it a little bit simple, but I don't like the fact that I'm not very flexible. For example, in the EXO IDE I can add a third-party RSA key generated by another program. I can upload my private key. For certain domains I can use this private key. For other domains I can use other private keys, or I can generate a pair RSA pairs, as many as I want. For each domain I can use a different pair. That makes it a little bit more complicated, but at the same time gives me the flexibility. Right now here in Cloud9 all I have is pre-generated already private key, which is kept in the Cloud9. I don't even see it. There is no way to download it and use it with another program, which I don't like. And all I see is only my public key, but for that later. Okay, so this is my newly created project. You just click on the clone to edit, Cloud9, clone to edit, and it's gonna be moved to my projects here. It's turning, soon will be done. Okay, I have the project, so I will say start editing. It opens a new window, a new browser window, new tab. My editing environment is here, so all I have is only one README file. That's all we have to do. Now let's go to Zend Developer Cloud. Here it is, the URL. If you type only phpcloud.com, we'll go there. After that you click on the sign in and you're there. Let me show you that. I just don't want to waste your time, but at the same time I want to show you how everything looks. Here it is. If you type phpcloud, log in here, and you go to the login page, you log in with your credentials, and here we go. You're here. Let's make sure first that we will import the public key from our development cloud here. Copy your public key. I just will copy for any case. Create somewhere in your file structure a document, new text document. Just paste it there and save it. I already have done that, so all these things are in my file public. This is how I name it. You can name it differently if you like. This is gonna allow our Cloud9 to communicate with Zend phpcloud. So I will say choose file. I'll go to the location of the file, which is my public keys. Oops, not this. I have a lot of public keys. Okay, import it, say update new public key, yes, and as you can see my public key has been updated. Okay, now we're sure now that the communication between the Cloud9 and Zend can be done. So the next step is just to create a new project, new Zend Framework project, because otherwise we have to manually create such project here in the IDE. So new application, I will call the application the same, deploy to applications, Zend Framework 2, probably it's 2. Okay, deploy the application. I'll name it again Cloud9. Okay, deploy the application. We're waiting. Application will be deployed, and our communication will be done through Git. So right now we have one connection between our Cloud9 and GitHub. Now we will create a second communication. Let me draw this really quickly. So this is our Cloud ID. Right now we have a GitHub, and we will establish a second connection. We can push and pull. We can push and pull here. And that's Zend. This is GitHub. And this is our Cloud ID. Cloud9. Okay, I'm gonna call it right that. Cloud9. Okay, to establish the communication, we have to know the address of the repository. You click on this button and you get two URLs. Copy the first one, which says security shell, because the communication will be security shell. Copy. I'm gonna paste this here in a notepad, because unfortunately I don't think the terminal in Cloud9 supports paste, so we have to type it. Go back to Cloud9 and choose here. Show you really quickly this. Push this button to open a new terminal window. Okay, here you can you have to make sure that you're in a terminal. In the folder of the application, Cloud9, Zend Framework 2, ls. The standard Unix commands are working here, only the README file, as you can see. Let me try that. Yeah, also you can see also Git. So the beauty of Cloud9 is the fact that you have the terminal window, which gives you a lot of power, and I like that. We have to add a remote repository, because if we say git remote right now, you'll see only origin, which is our communication with the GitHub. Now we are gonna add one remote repository, git remote add. I'm gonna call it Zend, and now I have to type the address. Wingman at wingman.my phpcloud.com git repositories. Here I have to look at again git projects. Actually, so far so good. Git projects, Cloud 9, Zend Framework 2, Git. So let me do this git projects. Oops, sorry. Git projects, Cloud 9, Zend Framework 2, Git. Cloud 9, Zend Framework 2, Git. Okay, let me make sure that everything is fine. Yeah, Zend is the name of the repository, the remote repository. This is how I'm gonna access it. Okay, let me try git remote. Okay, fine, we have it. So let's pull from Zend the entire project. So we will say git fetch first, because I'm sure we will have conflict at least with readme file. Zend also has such file. Zend fetch fetch Zend. Okay. Now we'll say git merge Zend. Let me try master to see if that works, because the branch is master, should be at least. Yep, it works, but as you can see there are conflicts, some conflicts. I'm gonna zoom in. And now, okay, let me actually draw, probably will be seen. Okay, git remote. So first I added git as remote repository, Zend. After that I fetched Zend, and I merged to origin master, because currently I'm in origin master. I did a checkout origin master. Okay, now we have a conflicts. We have to resolve these conflicts. In order to do that, first we have to see the files. So we have to do refresh. Okay, and it is only the conflict. Probably you see it. Merge conflict in readme md. So let me open readme md and solve the problem. In the git repository we had in readme md only these 2 lines. Actually there are more lines. Let me show you. This is what we have. Readme md, show me readme md. This is what we had. Edit. Look how it looks. Only these 2 lines. Let's compare right now. Let me show you. Zoom it just for any case. Okay, let's go there and find these 2 lines. Here they are. These 2 lines have been created by GitHub. All the rest down have been created by Zend. I want to keep both. That's a very good idea. So I'm gonna delete the comments which Git added to show me the conflicts. This is the first and the last, and I'm gonna save it. That's it. Now I cannot or create controllers. I can do whatever I like. Let me just demonstrate one file, creating one file. But before that, first I have to go to the terminal. After making the corrections in the conflicts, I have to do git add. Don't forget that, that's very, very important, just to have your repository clean. Git add git commit, and I will say resolving all conflicts, and I'm gonna push to both, to GitHub and to Zend. So first you do git add dot, which means add all the files, git commit -m, the reason for the commit, and I'll say git push origin. Let me try origin master. I'm almost sure that it's not gonna work. No. Okay, so origin, we're sending the files to GitHub. So let me show you. I'm gonna click back again, back, my repositories, Cloud9. Here we go. As you can see, all the files are already there. README has been corrected. You can see now. A part of the two words we had before, we have the comments of Zend. Okay. Now we will push back to the Zend. So we'll do git push Zend, and that's it. Voila. So we merged, we resolved the conflicts, and we pushed to Git, and after that we pushed to Zend. Here we go. Merging. README, I'm just looking for git add. Here we go. And here, git commit. Hopefully you see it. I will try to move it up and down just to make sure. This is the sequence. Actually, I don't have to number them. They're going from top to bottom. That's it. So you're ready to work with Zend Framework. You can create modules, you can do whatever you like, and after that you go to application, to phpcloud, you click on your application and you see it, or you type here the URL of the new module or controller. Just for fun, let's create one PHP info file here in public, because only public folder is seen, is published, is served by the server. So let's call it php info.php. Open the file and just use the standard PHP command PHP function PHP info and save it. Now we have to go back to the console, our powerful console, and say again git add git commit -m. I have added php info.php file in public. That's the reason for the commit. And I will push to Zend, and I will put push to Git. First to Git, after that to Zend. So I'll say git push origin, and after that git push Zend, and we are done. Let's go to our skeleton application and make sure that it works. So I'm just gonna add to the index controller, I'm just gonna add the new file php info.php, and voila, it works. We could write a hello world or whatever. I just decided to put a PHP info. Let's go to cloud, to GitHub, and make sure that we have the new file. Here we go, PHP info. That's it for today, folks. I just wanted to show you Cloud 9 and how it works with Zend Framework. Unfortunately, XO IDE was working last week with Zend the same way, almost the same way. The workflow is the same. The advantage is that I have imported the private key, which have been generated by Zend in my XO IDE. I find this advantage because I can use this private key everywhere. For example, I can use it in putty, P-U-T-T-Y, to create tunneling, or in WinSCP to connect directly to my Zend container. Right now, the way I show it to you, I just replace the access key here, the public key, with the key generated by my IDE here. So, and I don't have the private key, so I can use anything else to access my container, but only Cloud 9. This is the disadvantage. The advantage is that it works with XO IDE, even though I have been able to make this trick to download my private key from here, from Zend, imported in XO IDE. It was working last week, and it's not working anymore. Right now they're making a maintenance. The site XO IDE is down, and hopefully this problem will be solved. Even though I have created RSA key pair in the XO IDE and I have given the public key to Zend, it didn't work. It just gives me out failed, identification failed, which is very strange. I sent a email to the guys from XO IDE, and they said that they will look at the problem and solve it eventually. So both IDEs, which I'm reviewing here, probably will be able. Cloud 9 right now can, but XO IDE cannot right now for some reason. So both of them will be able to work with PHP Cloud, Zend PHP Cloud, and we will be able to create our Zend applications using only cloud technologies. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Bye for now.